If you're planning a trip to Thailand, you're going to have a reliable eSIM to stay connected. Today, I'm going to share the top eSIMs that we use in Thailand and show you how to purchase and activate the best eSIM for your trip. If you're new here, I am Joel from the Wandering Hartz, and I have been testing several eSIMs over the last 12 months of traveling full-time. Now, we just finished living in Thailand for 3 months, where we tested several affordable eSIMs that you should consider on your next trip to Thailand. Now, whether you're traveling for a week or even a month or more like we do, you're going to need to have reliable data while traveling abroad. I'll also show you how to purchase and install your eSIM before your arrival in Thailand so that you'll have data once you land. But first, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel or our newsletter, be sure to do that now. We share weekly practical tips and inspiration for living a more abundant life by traveling. First off, if you don't know what an eSIM is, then this chapter is actually for you. If you already know what they are, then feel free to go ahead and skip ahead to the next chapter. Now, eSIM is essentially an abbreviation for embedded SIM. So basically, it's a digital version of those traditional plastic SIM cards that your phone uses to get cellular and data connections. Now, they are super convenient and have a lot of advantages over traditional SIM cards, such as the ability to switch between different mobile plans and providers, all without the hassle of changing cards or spending valuable time in a store waiting to purchase that traditional SIM card, where you might also be required to show your passport or even have your picture taken. After your eSIM is installed, you simply activate it once you're in your destination and you'll have data immediately. They're really great and they're super convenient. Many smartphones today support eSIM technology. Now, if you're unsure of whether yours does, I'll provide a link in the description for you to verify the compatibility. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is figure out how much data you need based on the length of your stay in Thailand. So this is, of course, going to depend on how much data you use on a regular basis. If you're unsure, I've got a few estimates for you. For instance, for trips of 1 to 2 weeks, you might want to aim for somewhere between a 5 to 10 gigabyte data plan. Now, if you're planning on staying longer, like we do, consider opting for maybe a larger package or an unlimited option. And don't stress out about running out of data. The eSIMs we'll discuss make it super simple to add more when you need it. All right, so we're going to be looking at 5 different eSIMs today. First of which is going to be beIN eSIM. Next, Jetpack, Airlo, eSIM, and Sparks. Now, my wife and I used all these eSIMs during our 3 months of living in Thailand, and all of them have really good coverage. They allow for top-ups or even easy renewals. They also have hotspot functionality, which means you can share your data with others, like a friend or family member you might be traveling with, or even you can connect your laptop to your phone's internet connection too if you work remotely or have like a poor connection where you're staying. And they're easy to install. So for next up, we're going to go to my computer. We're going to take a look at each of the websites and compare plans. Also, you don't need to worry about jotting down notes. I've put together an article detailing the top eSIM options for Thailand that we'll be diving into today. Plus, if you're looking to save some money, I've included some exclusive discount codes in that article too. So just scan that QR code that you're going to see on the screen, or you can check the link in the description. So now that we're here in the computer, let's go ahead and show you, just real quickly, I'm going to show you the first one here, beIN eSIM. As you can see, I've already got Thailand pulled up. It's super easy to look at here. You can look at all of your data options here. The duration, price, it's really easy. Just select the one that you want, and then you can just hit the checkout button. It takes you through the process. You'll sign up and everything. And then if you want to get more information here, you can open up the plan details, and you can see that, again, there's no documents required. This is the same for all of these that we're looking at. Top up is built in. Again, I've already said all of these will allow you to do a top up or just purchase an installation easily. beIN eSIM is nice because it will automatically top up if you've got it selected to do so. So you'll never run out of data, essentially. Again, it's an instant activation, and it also shows you what network it works on. And so this one here you can see is AIS network and the speed. And then if you want to do supported devices, each of these will also have a link to the supported devices. They're all the same supported devices because once the eSIM technology is interchangeable. So, but you can find it here, or you can check that link that I talked about earlier. So now again, Thailand, let's look over Airlo for Thailand. Same thing, you can see what they've got. The data, the validity, they've got a couple different options there. These ones here, like the really short ones, I feel like those are better for if you're just doing like you're just going to be in the country for a few days, then you might do that. But you're probably going to use a lot more than 1 gig of data. So that's why I usually suggest maybe somewhere from 5 to 10 gigs for a week or two, and you can go up or down depending on how much data you're using. But you can see here it also shows you these are all going to be 4G, which is still pretty good coverage, and they also kind of give you a quick explanation of how this works, and we'll kind of talk about that in here in just a second. Next is Jetpack. Jetpack's really cool. I really like Jetpack. It does 5G as well. It has really good options here. As you can see, 5 gigs is $12. 10 gigs is 16, and they have these specials. They always have a lot of stuff on sale. It's not always the same ones, but they do have a really good deal where you can get 1 gig for $1 to test it out. But you can only use it one time, so just as a heads up. But it does offer you a few more countries available, which is kind of cool. So in this case, it looks like it's kind of their Asia package. They're giving you one gig, 4 days in these countries. So if you want to try it out, this could be a really good option to do that. In fact, I use this as well, coming from the Philippines into Vietnam, which is great. I just turned it on in the Philippines and it worked, and then it worked when I landed in Vietnam. I just had to turn my phone off of airplane mode and I had connection instantly. So that was really cool. Again, you can see they kind of give you all the information, how long it's good for. This one's good for 4. You're going to definitely want a longer package because you're going to use a lot more data. Again, these are all, so far what we've looked at, they're data only. There's no calling, no SMS. We will look at one in a second that does have that though. So 2 cool things about Jetpack are the fact that they have a smart delay, which is if you have a flight delay, and it's an official flight delay, as long as you've registered your flight prior, and you can also register up to 5 more people, you'll get a free lounge access once it hits like whatever the delay. If it's like an hour or whatever, they'll send you an email with the lounge access for whatever airport that you're in, which is super sweet. It actually happened to us. I talk a little bit more about that in another video where I do kind of a full review of Jetpack. So if you want, go there. I'm trying to keep this one fast. Also, they do have 2 other things. You can also purchase lounge passes directly through their app, as well as a fast track ticket, which is kind of like kind of like the pre-TSA tickets. So that is all cool stuff. It comes in there directly. The smart delay is pretty awesome. I do have, so far, Airlo, Jetpack, and eSIM, I do have coupon codes for you as well in the link there. Next up is eSIM, and this one's really, really good, especially if you are looking at using a lot of data. This is that one I was talking about. As you can see, they do have prepaid data plans as well. Maybe not as good a deal as the ones we just looked at, but their unlimited data plan for Thailand is awesome. It's 30 days, unlimited data for $34. That's really, really good. We use this as well. Michelle used this all the time because where we were staying, the internet was not very good, and their Wi-Fi there wasn't good. So we ended up using this and also hotspotted off it too. And you can do that with this one and all the ones we're talking about today. As you can see, you can look through here. It shows you it's on DTAC, it's 5G. Again, we had really, really good speeds. All of these we had between at least 10 to 15 up and down pretty consistently. It would fluctuate depending on where you are, if you're inside a building or not. But with eSIM, we actually had much, much higher data rates the entire time, which is also really cool. And the best thing is it gives you a local, as you can see right here, you get local calling minutes and texting as well. This is important if you're going to be in there long, like say if you're going to be there for a while, like 30 days or like we did, like 3 months. This gives you the ability to like sign up to things like Lazada, which is kind of like a Asian version of Amazon. So there's some of those apps and delivery services, you need an actual phone number for the location. So in the country that you're in, this gets you that, which is really cool. And again, like I said, it's hotspot available. And as far as, let's talk about fair usage policy. Some eSIMs put limits. They basically throttle how much data you can use in a day. And so if you end up using a lot of data, you might all of a sudden notice that it like goes to like a crawl. And so I haven't been able to verify all of them, but I have verified Airlo and eSIM. They actually have pretty good fair use policies. So meaning that they're not going to throttle you unless it's just insanely excessive. So that's good to know, especially with this unlimited plan. All right, and then the final one we're going to talk about is Sparks. Sparks is another cool one. The really cool feature about them, as you can see, prices are really good. It works great in Thailand as well. I use this one personally in Thailand. You can see here we've got like 5 gigs, but the cool thing is it's 60 days. So it's not 60 days in every place, every country, but Thailand it is. And you get, which is really cool. So, I mean, it might be overkill for you're only going to be there for a week or two, but yeah, it's nice to know you've got it, especially if you're going to be there for a longer term, like us, if you're slow traveling or whatever, you might, 60 days is pretty great. Now you're probably going to blow through that data pretty quick again. So, but you can see they even go up to 50 gigs for 120 days. So if you are going to be there for a while, or even here 30 gigs for 90 days, really reasonably priced. I don't have any coupons for Sparks because they don't have any kind of affiliate program. Everything else I have an affiliate program with, but like I said, I've used all of these and had really good results with these. And Sparks also I've had really good results with too. So that was a freebie. I don't earn anything from it, but I'm helping you guys with that. And again, they also have a compatibility checker on their website as well. Activating is really easy. Let's look at Airlo's because it kind of gives you a pretty good idea what that looks like. Essentially, like I said, you just download, you choose your package, you install your eSIM, which is pretty easy. It's basically, they all offer like a QR code that allows you to install it there. And they also give you manual instructions as well. If you want to just do it manually, or if you're having trouble with the QR code. And then you simply just activate it, which is super easy. And you can activate it once you land in your location. So they show you instructions on and show you how to do that as well. Also, you'll get an email too with all of these, and they'll give you either all the raw data, the manual instructions, and they also usually give you either a link to the QR code, or they'll give you a actual QR code too, where you can scan that and it will automatically install. It takes about, I don't know, about a minute, maybe a minute and a half to install, but it's really easy. I've only had trouble maybe once or twice with an installation, but it was usually easily fixed. All I had to do is use the customer service, and that was, I think, I had, was it Thailand, I think, here being eSIM. I think I had one time I had to use that, and it was really simple. It was like an IMI code or something like that, or I had to put a specific thing, but they'll walk you through it, and they have really good help files too. And the same with Jetpack, they have the same thing. I think I had that happen with one of my Jetpack. The first time I used Jetpack, the last time we used it, it worked flawlessly. So, but they do have that. It's in app as well as on the website. So the other thing we talked about is when you're traveling, you can do regional stuff. And so all of these have some form of regional. I'm going to use Jetpack as an example here. So you can look at their packs and it'll just kind of tell you, again, the prices are really good on most of these for their regional. Some might be a little bit more, but you can, like for instance, look at the 10 gig. It shows you all of this. This is where it works in. So this is a really good hack if you're only going to be there for a few days, like you're transitioning through a company or a country. Say you're going, if you're going from, I don't know, Malaysia, and you're going to go through Thailand into Cambodia or something like that, or you're going to fly from Bangkok to Vietnam. Well, you can get one of these kind of packs here, like a multi-country pack for the region. And again, it gives you multiple days, whether it's just maybe 7 days or whatever. That's a really good way to do it. If you want to stay, let's say you're going to be in Vietnam for the rest of your time, for say a month or something like that, well, then you can go ahead and get a local one there too, or you can just get an extra pack. Another cool thing is like with eSIM, it's got this, and they've got like the lifetime data packs too. And that's what I like to do. I like to do a regional. So this is what I have right now. And I still have like, I think I did the 1 gig and I still have like 600 megabytes left, but you can do a lifetime pack here. It looks, it's only about 360 euro, super cheap. And you basically just install that, and then when you're getting ready to travel, you just turn it on. So this is what I did when I left this year. I think when I left the Philippines. I did it from Thailand. So I bought it in Thailand. I used it my last day. Basically, I already had a card for Thailand, or a SIM card for Thailand. So once I landed in the Philippines, I just turned it on. It was, activated it, and I had data. So, which is really cool. So it gave me enough time to go ahead and buy like a bigger package if I wanted to. And then just turned it off again. So it's good if you're gonna be kind of going back and forth to a place, but you don't want to be worried about like a duration or it running out. And it's just a tiny bit more expensive, like with the eSIM, as you can see here, but not much. So I definitely recommend that as kind of like a tip for that. And don't forget to check out the link in the description or scan the QR code to get my exclusive coupons. Also, you can stay connected by liking and subscribing for more insights on travel tools and tech. I'll be sharing details about eSIMs, apps, and gadgets designed to simplify your journey. With over 5 years of full-time travel experience, I can assure you these tips will help you make your adventures run a lot smoother. Cheers and happy wandering.